back on our stain match for the cherry birch poplar combination we're working on, and this is what we got. I brought them in, I sealed them up today. Color difference is substantial. The poplar has just a really gross yellowy background. I don't know if you can see it through the camera. The birch, we can kind of live with the birch. I'm not real, it's not dead on, but it's not atrocious either. That's what we got cooking there. It's hard to get out of the shadows, but it's really not too bad. We can work with that. So we made 2 mixing cups yesterday because we knew this was going to happen. We got our birch and we got our poplar. So this isn't like paint. It's not like you can, you know, add a purple or something to kill the yellow or any of that. This background tone, it's just staying here. All we can really do is try to hide it the best we can. Limited options. So I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little bit of white in one for the poplar and maybe a little bit more orange. We want to kind of liven it up a little bit. Let's see what we can do here. Get back on that job on our poplar side. So number 4, we're going to go plus 2 whites and 2 BUs, 2 burn umbers. Let's see what that does. Probably gonna need, actually I'm gonna add 0.25 raw umber because that's gonna make it really bright. The raw umber, the brown will tone it back down, so let's do that real quick. Pretty loud in here today. I'll try to speak up and get note so you can hear what I'm talking about. It's Friday, we made it. Halfway home. Couple more matches to knock out, and try and go home and dream about stain matching. We said 2 whites, looking good. 2 burn umbers. And just a touch of raw umbers, so we'll try to hide that yellow much as we can. Not gonna be easy though. There's a reason people don't really like stain poplar or use it for any a lot of structural things. Or not. It's a soft wood. We went heavy because I was over here talking. We're gonna write that down and change that raw umber to 0.30. Those little things, if you have too many of those happen in one session, man, it'll really throw you off at the end of the day. So there we go, made our adjustment. Let's get a stir stick and see what we're looking at. I need some foam brushes, so we'll get that going. Pretty hot day in the shop. It's Friday though, so like I said, we got that going. I enjoy doing this though, so you know, it's not too big of a chore for me. And we're getting ready to start on our alder one I showed you guys. It's got the, I'm going off of a picture. We just got ourselves a chunk of alder here. It's got a couple knots. I just jammed some holes in it. It's not going to look like that on the real thing. I just want to have a few spots where my paints and glazes can get down in there and stay. So we see what we got, see what we're working with. But let's see if we're even going in the right direction on this poplar. If I add any black, it's really going to pop the green out, I think. I do think we'll stick with what we got on the birch. And we're probably going to go ahead and box these up and call them good here. here after this one. Just keep it in the ballpark. Really just giving us more of the same. Man, that yellow background will not go away. And it's gonna get worse when we seal it. So without bleaching anything, I mean, we could spend another 2 days on this trying to get it, but again, for what it is, where it's going, we're just trying to get somebody close, something that's not, you know, atrocious when you walk in the door and see it. So we're gonna seal this one up, and I'll haul it back, see how it goes. So we got our piece of alder here. I have, you know, we beat it up just a little bit, just put some stuff in it so we'll have spots for our paint to stick. And I took some, I think it's called Wedgwood gray. Just going off of the picture, it looked like it had a blue on it. So we're gonna do layers of this. So we're gonna start with a little Wedgwood gray, and we're not gonna put a whole bunch of paint on this. I thinned it out like 20%. I want this paint to work more like stain than I want it to work like water. And I'm gonna show you how to do that too. Go ahead and give it a little scuff action here. And we're gonna put a glaze on this, and that's when it's really it'll look wild when I just shoot this blue color on it. It's not gonna look very good, but you gotta trust me, it'll be cool when we're done. Go ahead and get that cooking. So when you're doing something like this, take your fluid on your gun, which is this one, turn it all the way in. I want it to where I have zero fluid, zero movement on the needle. And then I'm going to take my pattern and bring it all the way in and take it out about 1.5 turns, and then we're going to slowly pull this one out, unscrew it till we get a little bit of paint coming out. We don't want much, but we just want to really dust the paint. A real dry coat is what I'm after, so let's try that. Gotta make some more noise. Here's what we're trying to do. I know that looks crazy, but that's all we're doing right now. And we're gonna do the same thing here in a minute with some white paint. We're gonna put white paint on it, go over that. We'll hit some other spots with that. Then what we're gonna do is just sand most of it off of there, so we'll have it in the cracks. But I'm trying to create layers and different effects, so I don't want it to all be blue, I don't want it to all be white. Let me pull that picture up for you guys again, show you exactly what we're up against right now. Let's see. So this is what we got. We're trying to get that detail on those legs where you got the old paint in there. And you really sell it when we're done. We're going to put a glaze over the top of it. Just picture like chocolate syrup that you can wipe back off, move it around where you want it. It'll stay in the cracks. You can get it out of the cracks if you want to. So that's going to give us our character when we get to that point. But until then, this is as far as we can go. We really need to let this paint dry properly before we go putting any more on there. So I'm going to let that happen, and I'll get back with you. So we got our piece of alder. We've thrown down that Wedgwood gray on it. Actually went back over it and added a little bit more to it. Now what we're going to do is put this white in our gun, which I think I already did. We'll spray just a little bit of that over the top of the blue. Get these layers going. Dry for a while. And I'm going to take some 320 sandpaper on a block, and we're just going to start working it off until we get to something cool that we like. And then after that, we're going to throw some glaze on it. Really try to make this thing look old. So Okay, we're back on the alder. I went ahead and laid down my my 2 different coats of paint. You can see we're probably going to sand way more off for the final product, but for now this is just kind of a proof of concept thing, make sure I'm on the right track before I get too wild with it. But honestly, I think that's what we're after. Those layers like that where you got it coming through. This is glaze. It's a pretty general term, but glaze it's a lot of things, but in this form it is got the texture of basically chocolate syrup. Really adds age to stuff. You can get it down in all these dents and cracks and whatnots and what have you. Mash it down in there and then we'll wipe it off. Most of it. We'll see how it goes. Now we're getting the highlighted spots in the cracks, which is exactly what we want. Yeah, I think that's on the right path right there. Give you, you got pictured on like a raised panel door or a cabinet where I'll have a lot of area to be creative with my distressing marks and what tools I'm going to use to make said marks. And there's various ways to go about that. Some people will take a chain and throw it at it. There's all kinds of ways to do it, but I just prefer my knife that I lost, that's gone forever, that I miss so bad. I'm over it. I'm totally over it. Probably got thrown in the trash. I had it for like a decade, but I'm not worried about it. Anyways, it's coming out pretty sweet. We're going to put a super flat clear coat over the top of this so we can, again, I think I mentioned we don't want to put some super glossy, high gloss polyurethane over the top of something that you're trying to make local. You're just fighting yourself at that point. So I have a dead flat finish. I believe it's just no sheen, zero sheen. And we're going to throw some of that over the top of it. I got to mix that up, and it'll look actually really similar to what it looks like now, but just flat. This glaze will dry and all the cracks, all the various knot holes and stuff. So we'll let that get cooking. I'm excited to show you the process when I actually do it on a bigger door. And on my sample, you guys seen it, it doesn't have nearly as much paint all over it. But sometimes when I make a sample, if it looks cool, the customer will like it and say, no, I'll go with what you did. Other times they won't. So it's up to them. We're going to give them this maybe next week. The cabinet's coming through. It's being built. We'll get a final answer on it. And we'll take it from there. That should do it on this one, though.